This is the Surviveware first aid kit. It's made from 600D polyester and it's got ripstop material, so if you look closely it's got these little squares, so a tear will never go further than that, but it's backed by a lifetime guarantee, so if your bag ever does get into some serious damage, you can get it replaced by Surviveware. In the front pocket you've got the compartment that's separated from the rest of the bag. Included is these personal medicine laminate bags for your personal medication, aspirin, pain medication, anything that's particular to yourself. On the back you've got the MOLLE straps and snaps, which makes it easy to add it to a bag, your bug-out bag, your backpack. I add mine to the back of my bicycle whenever I go cycling. On this top loop you can hook a carabiner onto it to hang it in your RV, a nice handle also to carry it. You've got quality zips, and if you look on the inside of the bag, what makes this bag special is that everything is clearly labeled. So in a time of an emergency, you know exactly where things are, and once you've used it you can easily replace it. So in the front we've got our pressor bandages, then we've got our skin hygiene pocket, which consists of alcohol wipes, non-alcohol wipes and sting relief wipes. You've got your cotton gauze swab that you would add to a wound, and you would close the wound further and tighten it up with a pressor bandage. In the wound closures pocket we've got various different adhesive bandages, including steri strips that act as makeshift stitches. At the back we've got the triangular bandages, emergency blanket, your thermal blanket and your eye pads. So if you've had some injury in your eye, you can keep it closed so that it doesn't come further infected. That's the iPads, created by Apple. And then you've got the triangular bandage to create your own sling if you've had your shoulder hurt. Also you can use it for head injuries, and the thermal blanket, which will help you retain 90% of your body temperature. Then we've got this handy little CPR kit. You can add it to your car keys or keep it in the resuscitation spot. On the inside you've got adult CPR and child CPR. So in the case of an emergency, if you forget how CPR works, they're there to give you some guidance. You've got your one-way valve so that you don't get the other person's germs, nitrile gloves, and another non-alcohol cleansing wipe. That's that. You've got a few safety pins. You can use the end of them for various tasks to remove ticks, help with your triangular bandage to keep your shoulder in place, or your arm. Then we got these. I don't know if you, where is it? Here, if you guys can see, I recently removed a very big splinter from my hand when I was working in the yard. It was too small to remove with the tweezers. So how these work is you take these off. They are like needles. You put them at the bottom, try to lift out the splinter. Once you get a grip on it, once it's inside, pull it back, and so that it's long enough for your fingers or your tweezer to get a grip on the splinter. These are very handy little tools. Then you got this shear. This shear is not considered a blade by the TSA, so you can take this with you and carry on luggage. I've traveled with mine to 3 different continents, and just to test how far I can take my kit, and all of it was carry on luggage. And I asked one of the TSA guys, listen, I keep on going through, isn't this considered a weapon? And because this doesn't cut, it can't be used as a weapon, and these are not pointy ends, it's not considered a blade. And these cut seat belts and they cut material, but they won't cut flesh. Like, that's not going to hurt you. So very nice, very handy. Cutting somebody's t-shirt open to administer first aid. Then you've got 20 normal adhesive bandages, your standard ones. You've got a basic tourniquet to stem blood, and if you've been bitten by a snake, that'll help. You've got your emergency whistle if you're lost, to attract attention, and Q-tips. They are also invaluable when you're trying to clean a wound. And then lastly, we've got hypoallergenic tape to use with your various pressure bandages, etc. So that's the bag. This is the empty shell, and as I said before, the outer bag is water resistant, but because everything inside is housed in a laminate bag, in laminate bags, the whole kit becomes waterproof. If you fall in the water, it rains too much, or you've gone on a kayaking trip, you don't need to worry. Everything is housed in its own plastic bag, and it's not going to get wet. So even though the water will get into the bag, some of it, the water will be able to infiltrate, but none of your supplies will get damaged.